All right, y'all, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low-click syndrome. So Boudoir low-click syndrome is when the unique CTR all for a Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking anywhere, somewhere on our ad, aka they're not simply scrolling on by. And we care about women clicking somewhere on our ad because that means our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that because when our ad enters their brain, that is the only time their chance of buying from us is non-zero. So we got to get this unique CTR all number up as high as possible, but under 6% is the most common thing I'm seeing, and it's a massive, massive problem. So even though it's the most common thing I'm seeing, and then that Boudoir photographers have in their Facebook ads backend dashboard, it is not normal. It is the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes. So 3 pre-click mistakes causes BLCS, aka Boudoir low-click syndrome. Now, we also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe, taking shape here. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. And nobody else has this treatment. You can only get it here. And because we invented it. In Boudoir Pico, we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, whether it's on or off. We treat the duplicated ads. We leave the original one alone. Treat it. Takes about a week. At the end of the week, we keep whichever one rolling as the better metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we now have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. And this is basically, we got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So we got our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine, easy enough. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, in my residency, I went out and found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there in the wild. And first one I tested, the unique CTR was 4.3%. So we know that's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated that, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTR all up to 6.88%. So way better. So instead of like 4 out of 100 women clicking somewhere in the ad, we got it up to approximately 7 out of 100 women. So we actually found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of its ad spend. So instead of spending 10 grand a month on their Boudoir Facebook ads, $3,700 a month every single month was being wasted. So what we can do is we can eliminate that waste by using the Boudoir Pico treated ad and spend the difference instead and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So Boudoir Pico at, what would this be, $6,300 a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So that's where the massive gains come from. Now, the second part of my residency, found another one in the wild, Boudoir Facebook ad, brought it back to the hospital. Unique CTR all 1.39%. Okay, that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. Duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTR up to 9.13%. So that's insanely good. We found out the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, literally $8,400 a month being wasted, thrown out the window. So what we can do now, this Boudoir Pico treated ad, is eliminate that wasted ad spend, only spend the difference, $1,600 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and we'll get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month spend. So massive gains there, and we pocket that $8,400, or the business owner pockets that as kind of like an invisible phantom bonus, phantom profit, because it's not being wasted. It's literally, something like 100 grand in kind of bonus profit in the next 12 months. Now, I finally had a patient saw his unique CTR of his Facebook ad is 5.03%. So again, I knew the BLCS was present. So I went in Trio Boudoir Pico, well, duplicated Trio Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got his unique CTR up to 15.35%. So I found out he was wasting 67%, or at least the original Boudoir Facebook ad wasting 67% of ad spend. So the original Boudoir Facebook ad had 10 grand a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the Boudoir Pico treated ad, spending only $3,300 a month. So that whole difference, we're pocketing that difference as a bonus profit, or the business owner is, the boudoir photographer is, $6,700 a month in bonus profit by simply not spending that money. I would say, 80 grand bonus in the next 12 months. So insanely good without even needed to service any clients. So from these numbers, from what I've seen, the average boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%, so it's wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. So we're gonna diagnose this if we believe it has BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome, yes or no. All right, so let's see what we got here. So here I'm seeing the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we are basically that we're following what Facebook is recommending us to fill out when we create our ad. But and we believe it helps us, but actually it helps Facebook. The reason it doesn't help us is it causes way more women to scroll by our boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, pulling unique CTR under 6% and increasing the probability we have BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome. Now, Facebook likes this because more women scroll by our ads per unit time, which hurts us. But Facebook is able to serve more ads per unit time, making Facebook more money per unit time. That's why we don't listen to anything Facebook says. Next, we look at the creative. All right, we got the, yeah, it looks like an ad mistake here in the photo. The creative makes it look like an ad. False belief that caused us to make this mistake is, well, we've seen it a bunch, and basically all the other boudoir Facebook ads we've seen. So we don't believe there's any ever, we don't believe there's a problem. We didn't even know we're making a mistake, but every boudoir Facebook ad I've seen, I've tested, I've seen the backend for the backend metrics. 100% of them have had BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome, because everyone's making the same mistakes as everyone else. So, consequence of this, way fewer, or way more women scrolling by our ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTR all under 6%, and increasing the probability that we have BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. Finally, we got the see more headline. Let's see what we got here. First 2 and 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. So we got ready for a well-deserved break. Treat yourself to something special. All right, so yeah, we got maybe like half. We got half a context point here. So yeah, lack of context mistake, pretty common. The false belief causes us to make this mistake is, we really, we felt our headline was good enough to kind of maximize our results, optimize our results. But what we're actually doing is causing way more women to scroll by our boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, which actually pulls down our unique CTR all under 6% and actually increases the probability we have BLCS. So the so diagnosing this, looking at everything. Do we believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has a unique CTRL under 6%, aka has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome? So yes, I do. I believe this is a Boudoir low click syndrome ad. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, so if you're a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, your unique CTRL of your Boudoir Facebook ads is under 6%, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you actually want to save, want to eliminate, get rid of, put back in your pocket approximately 5K a month in that wasted ad spend, get that eliminated, put that back in your pocket, approximately 60 grand over the next 12 months. And you decide you want to do this now because you've optimized other parts of your business and you're ready to pull the profit, kind of next tranche of profits out of the leaky Facebook ads that we're paying like half to Zuck every month, being wasted for no reason. Because you see that more boudoir photographers entering the market every day. Market's getting more and more saturated. Seems like every time someone gets a new iPhone, there's a new Google My Business profile going up saying they do boudoir shoots. Whenever anyone gets a new camera, seems like there's new posts in the mom group saying that they do boudoir shoots. So you know the market's getting more saturated, and you know that inflation's hitting harder, and you want to achieve pre-click alignment in your boudoir Facebook ads so you can become a dominant boudoir advertiser and achieve boudoir brain entry boost with your boudoir Facebook ads, then shoot me a DM because we know you want to be on your way to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. So shoot me a DM when I open back up for new patient intake. My new patient intake is closed right now, so my DMs are closed. But when my new patient intake opens up, shoot me a DM and we will see if you qualify.